In this part, firstly, I want to mention some rules, some brief rules about ViewRange because they are essential to be known. Then we will go through the ViewRange window. First rule here is that if you have specified the settings, the projection lines and also cut lines of the family, so you'll see the results based on your specified settings. Otherwise, the cut line uses the projection settings, and this is related to some families and also symbolic lines that you use them. Let me give you an example. Let me get back to this part here, the door. Then I open the plan view. Here, as you can see, we got some symbolic lines that we can use them when we select them. Watch this, doors projection. Here, some items are shown in projection and some others are shown in cut. But when we want to create a family, if we want to show it within cut lines, here we have to specify the subcategory, or we may want to show or specify projection. But if you just forget to specify it, especially set it to cut, it will be considered as projection lines by default. That you have to put it into consideration. And the second point, actually we talked about walls before, that if you create walls, that if you set unconnected and less than 2 meters, then you'll have them in projection lines, not cut lines, even if you adjust the cut plane above the wall. Here the cut plane is 1200, as you can see. I mean, all of the elements at the elevation of 1200 are going to be cut because of the cut plane. And the height of this wall is 1500. Watch this, as you can see. As you can see, this green plane is our cut plane, which is cutting the wall, but still the wall is not cut. I mean, the wall must be or must have been cut. But here, as you can see, it is displayed as projection, not cut line. But what is the reason of this? Because this wall is considered as a free wall, and as you remember, the top constraint was not connected, and we set it to unconnected, and so because of this wall is free, and this is very important. But here, if I open the drop down list of top constraint and then I set it up to level top, watch this. If I specify the top constraint for it, then you'll see that. Let me check the top level. If I open the north, which this is the top level, and I want to specify minus 3600 for top offset, then it will be 1900 for the unconnected height, less than 2 meters. But still, as you can see, the wall is caught by the cut plane. Let me draw another wall next to it and connect it. 1900. Both got same heights, but one is cut but the another one is not. Because the first one, we specified the top constraint up to level top, but the other one got no top constraint. This is their main difference. And if I open the view range, the top plane does matter for us. And since we have specified the top constraint and also the top offset, so it is cut. But if we set it to unconnected, it won't be cut. And this was one of the most important points in view range. And after telling this, let me delete these two and going through other rules that you should know. The next point, which has been added to the new versions of Revit, is that we got a new option which is cuttable for some categories and families. I mean, we can set families to cuttable and non-cuttable, but what does it mean? Firstly, let me create a section view right here to these families, and as you can see it crosses them. As you can see, it is crossing the bed, walls, and also others. I open the section view. Then here, as you can see, none of these families are not caught. No, they are being displayed perfectly without any caught. As you can see, the plan view, the section view is crossing the elements by the components are not caught. Let us check it out in the 3D view. Right click, orient to view, sections, section 1. Here in the 3D view, as you can see, they are caught. But in contrast, we got no caught in the section view, as you can see. As you can see, we cannot see the inside of these or the bed. In Revit software, in the new versions of Revit, we can define the families as cuttable and non-cuttable. I select the bath or tub actually, then we open it. Then here, family for plumbing fixtures. We got enable cutting in views to make the geometry cuttable in views where the cut plane intersects the geometry. That if I enable it and then I load it into the project, watch the results after overriding the settings. As you can see, it is cut because of the line weights. So this is one of the options that you can define the elements as cuttable or non-cuttable. And also for this plumbing fixture, I enable cutting in views, then I get back to the project. Then I override it. Let's check out the result. I close this. Watch this, it is cut. This time I select bed, furniture, opening edit. Then I enable cutting in view, I check it, then reload it to the project, overriding the version. As you can see, it is cut. This is very important and wonderful that we can control to cut the elements or not. Watch this, that we have increased the cut lines in line weights. I set it to 1 to 100 or 1 to 50. As you can see, the line weights for the cut elements are more than the projection ones or the elements which are not cut. We set 4 for the line weights by this way.